Okay, so essentially this is how we're going to clean the grill the new way. Those charcoal blocks suck. We've got a new way of doing it. A few things you're going to need. You need vegetable oil, scraper, and you're going to need this box which has Scotch-Brite scrubber in it, Scotch-Brite green scrubby pad, and this. Start it out. You want to take this, make sure all the excess, extra food, loose stuff is off the grill. You want to take your grill scrubber plate, you want your green pad, and your scrubby. By the way, these sandpaper scrubbies only last about 2 or 3 jobs. You stack 3 like that. And what you want to do, it's better to have it hot already. You're going to want to shut it off when you use it. Don't leave it on. Oh, the oil will smoke really badly. You want to make sure, you don't want it cold, but you don't want it scorching hot. And right now it's hot. That's how you want it. You want to take your oil, dump a generous amount on there. This is going to act as a lubricant to make sure you're not dry scrubbing it. And what I like to do is just take just the green scrubby pad and plate. Just spread the oil around gently. And when you get close to the edges, be careful, because when you get close and the oil builds up in front of it, if you hit the end, it'll splash up and hit your knuckles and it'll burn you really badly. You want to make sure you just gently spread it around. Then, take your pad. Will be hot.
Yes, please. Outside the door.
Stack the 3 like that. And then pushing down firmly with both hands. Scrub back and forth. Do not go side to side, otherwise you will, because the grill is lined up with grains that go front to back, not side to side. If you go side to side, you'll scratch it really badly and you'll want to tear it out. So you're going to want to scrub back, front to back, evenly. Don't go too close. You only want to get within an inch of the back. Don't go any farther. If you go any farther, you'll connect to the back and you'll splash hot oil up on your knuckles. It'll burn you badly. This does take time. Don't rush it. If you rush it, it'll look bad and it won't be cleaned properly. When you get to the edges right here, you're going to want to just bring it up sideways and just kind of work your way along slowly. Be careful not to go too far. If you go too far, it'll flip and splash oil up on you. And make sure when you get to the edges like this, that the green scrubby and the Scotch-Brite pad are up against the side. If you don't get right in there, it won't get right into the edge and it won't clean there. You want to get in there, make sure you're getting into that corner. Make sure you get everywhere. You don't want any skunk lines, because when you're done and you polish it at the end, you'll see where you've missed. And make sure you thoroughly scrub everywhere.
So when you say skunk lines, what would that look like?
A skunk line would be, it would be like really shiny and then just be like a dark line straight up and down where you didn't scrub enough, or maybe you scrubbed really good on either side of it but didn't scrub perfect in the middle. When you find one of those, I just had one there that I got rid of. When you see it, kind of get the edge of it, the edge of your scrubber near it, and put some sideways pressure on it on one side, and you can just get rid of it really quickly. Instead of having it flat, just kind of rock all your weight to one side and it'll scrub that. You want to do the same thing for the corners. When you get into the corner, just kind of rock the pressure to one side into the corner and it'll scrub it there. And again, these scrubbing pads are more like a sandpaper. They only last two or three jobs, and then you gotta toss them and get a new one. See, right when you get into here, put the weight into that corner, scrub it real good. Now if you use this, when you have all this oil, it'll build up into the back. You can just kind of take your scraper, scrape it away. Right there, you can see the difference. It's light and shiny there, and it's dark, kind of gold color right there. Also, skunk lines. Not sure if you can see that. There's one right there. Kind of a line. It's like shiny, and there's this dark line right along there. I'll make sure you get rid of that. And put your weight on the one side, and boom, it's gone. So now the whole front end is more or less finished. I want to take this, scrape the oil away from the back. Make sure you kind of get it into the corners, get as much of that big stuff out as you can. Then take the scrubby, go up into the corner. That's the only time you'll go side to side. You're going to want to push it up into the corner. Push it up into the corner and go side to side. But you're going to be kind of pushing it into the corner and lifting the rear end up. That way it gets just the back and nothing else. Because if it gets everything else, you'll see this line, scrape line. And then you go side to side. Remember, you're just putting your pressure into the back, not straight down. And be careful with your fingers and your knuckles because we'll burn them. Don't be afraid, it will happen. You will get splashed a couple of times. It's inevitable, everybody does it. If you do get splashed by oil, it'll most likely get up on your knuckles right here. If you do get splashed by oil, just go run under some cold water or just hit it with a rag, you'll be okay. You can already see the difference, how it's starting to clear up in the end there. And you'll see where you haven't scrubbed, where you haven't cleaned, it'll be dark, dirty looking. Where you have cleaned, it'll be shiny. Use that dark bit. And when now you've all this oil pulled away from the side, it's just like the front. You just kind of work your way along and you scrub that line off that you missed. You're finished scrubbing it. You want to take this off. I suggest use a pair of tongs in this next step. You want a pair of tongs because this will be really hot. You're going to want to take the green scrubby off. This scrubby more like acts like a barrier between these metal bumps here in the grill, because if these metal bumps at the grill, it'll scratch it really badly. So you want to take green scrubby off and take your scrubbing pad off. So this scrubbing pad is the first time I've used this one. This is a new one. This still has about 2 uses out of it. Next time you use it, you want to flip it, use it the other side, and then the next time it gets used, use the other side again. So now, this green pad here, this is your polishing pad. So you want to take this is your polishing pad. And when you these Scotch-Brite green scrubbies, when you do get them, they're too big for this. So you're just want to take a pair of scissors and just cut them so that they fit perfectly inside here. So sticker on there. Make sure a lot of the oil don't scrape all of it off, because this is your lubricant to clean. You want to scrape a good bit of it off. Again, same principle, it's back and forth. But that now you're polishing it's the same thing you did before, just a different pad.